Olá! Bem-vindos a mais um vídeo do meu canal do YouTube. O meu nome é Mia e eu ensino português de Portugal e o meu canal é Mia Esmeriz Academy. So welcome, my name is Mia and I'm a European Portuguese teacher. I teach Portuguese from Portugal and this is my channel, Mia Esmeriz Academy, and I want to teach you European Portuguese in the best way possible. Every week I bring you a new video with something related to Portuguese and Portugal to help you achieve fluency, because I think that's what you want. And so you have come to the right place, and if you want to receive a notification every week when I post a new video, don't forget to click the bell and also to subscribe, of course, to my YouTube channel. Today I'm bringing you a video about how to say yes in Portuguese without always having to say sim. So the first way, as you may already know, to say yes in Portuguese is actually just a simple sim. But is this the way that native Portuguese speakers always answer when they want to agree with someone or with something? I don't think so. So come with me to check out other ways. Okay, so as I said, we do say sim in Portuguese to say yes, but that's not always the way that we answer positively to something. Actually, we have many other ways, and I want to tell you today about those ways. So, another way to say yes in Portuguese is claro. Claro. So if someone asks you something, for example, queres vir ao cinema comigo? Do you want to come to the cinema with me? You can answer claro. If you're really excited about it, we are gonna probably say claro. So claro is another way to say yes in Portuguese. You can always mix and match sim and claro. So you can also answer sim, claro. And even if you want to be more effusive, you can even double the sim, so double the yes and say sim, claro, all right? Be aware though of the tone, because if someone wants to say no but being sarcastic, they might say sim, claro, which means actually no, I don't believe you, or no, I don't want that. So you really have to pay attention to the tone of the person that is answering, because this can be a sarcastic yes, which means they're actually saying nope, no way. So if you ask someone, queres vir ao cinema comigo? And if the person says claro, or sim, claro, or even sim, claro, you know, with an excited tone, that will mean that they actually are being honest and they do want to go with you. However, if the person answers with the same words but a total different tone, like this, claro, or sim, claro, or sim, claro, you know, if they answer with this kind of tone, then they're probably saying no without saying it. Does that make sense? Now, the second way, or the third if we count with sim, way of saying yes in Portuguese, and Portuguese people use this all the time. So if you are in Portugal, you've likely already heard this. So we say pois. So if someone tells you something like, eu não posso intrometer, pois não? So they are saying something like, I cannot meddle with it, right? Something like this. And so if the person ends the sentence saying pois não, so they are asking you something like, right? You have to answer, if you agree with a person, you should answer also like, pois não, pois não. That will mean, yeah, sure, no, you're right. You know, so you can say pois não. On the other hand, if the person asks you something like eu devia intrometer-me, não devia. So in this sense, they are saying it the other way around. They are saying, I should meddle with it, shouldn't I? You know, they are asking for your affirmation. And if you want to agree with them, you can say, pois, you know? Or this pois, actually, you can use simply to agree with a person when they don't even ask a question, but they are just saying something. They are saying like, o meu carro é bonito. Something like, my car is pretty. Then you can, if you agree, you can just say, pois é. You can also say, pois é. Then that é is like the is, so it's the verb to be. And you can say, pois é. That means literally, yes it is, you are right. Okay, so that's, pois is a word that Portuguese people use all the time, and it's really like versatile and you can use it in many situations. Okay, so learn it. And don't forget, tell me in the comments below if you've already heard this word being used or if you're using it yourself. Actually, I have some friends, foreign friends, that are learning Portuguese as well with me and with other sources, and I hear them all the time now saying pois, and that's really funny. So let me know in the comments below whether or not you've used it or at least you've heard this word, okay? Another way to say yes in Portuguese without saying sim is by using the verb itself. So if someone asks you like, queres vir comigo ao cinema? So again, the same question, do you want to come with me to the cinema? You can answer quero. Quero, then it's the verb, so you are answering with the main verb from the question. So every time you have a verb in a question, you can answer if it's a affirmative answer. So if you're saying yes, you can answer by using the same verb simply like that. You conjugate it to your to the first person if you are speaking about yourself, right? So if someone asks you, queres vir comigo ao cinema? Queres is do you want? You are gonna say I want. So basically, I know that in English this does not work, but in Portuguese it works. So you can just simply say I want, okay? So that will be quero, all right? Another example, if someone asks you, or if someone would ask me, és a Mariana? És is you are, so tu és. I could simply answer so. So I could simply answer I am. Okay, and so on. So any verb you can use like this if you want to say yes. Of course, you can always mix and match and say sim quero or sim sou. Okay, so sim is alright to have there as well, but you can also ditch it and answer simply with the verb. This is also a very common way that Portuguese people would answer questions, so if you want to sound a bit more native-like, you should be using this too. Now, I still want to tell you two other ways of saying yes in Portuguese. One of them still has the word sim. And for example, this is used a lot when you go to a restaurant or to a store or some place like some place where you're going to buy something, and you ask the lady there or the person that is there, could you bring me a coffee? Let's say you're in a cafe and you ask for a coffee. Pode trazer-me café? If you say this, then the person can answer you sim senhor if you're a man, or sim senhora if you are a woman. So sim senhor or sim senhora is another way to say yes. So it's a more polite way, a more formal way somehow, but really the person is trying to be extra polite, okay? Sometimes you're gonna use this to also praise someone for something they did. something right they did, at least you find it a right thing. You find it right. So you can say, imagine your daughter or your son had like all A's, and you can say, sim senhora, sim senhor. You know, so people actually will alternate between sim senhora and sim senhor. We don't really pay attention if the person is a woman or a man or a girl or a boy. It should be for girls or women sim senhora, and for men and boys sim senhor. But honestly, I think we kind of mix all the time. So anyways, the correct way is that, but you know how natives are, we always mix and match things, you know, and we do it our own way. So yeah, bear in mind that there is also this way to say yes, and also the more like general way that you can hear in almost every country is okay. So this is the equivalent to the okay in English, but we say it with a more Portuguese pronunciation, okay. By the way, if you want to listen to pronunciation, don't forget to check my speech course where I tell you all about the sounds of Portuguese. It's really good. And also don't forget to see my pronunciation guide. I can leave a link down below for both these things. Yeah, so anyways, we say okay instead of okay, all right? But so if someone asks me, queres vir ao cinema? I can just simply say, okay. So that's yet another way to say sim and to agree with someone or with something. And now you know more ways to say yes other than just sim. You can still use it, but if you want to sound more native-like, try to use all of these expressions, all of these words, so that people will start thinking, you really are learning, okay? I know that I love when my foreign friends say pois, pois. I think it's so funny because that's such a Portuguese thing to do. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, to give me a like if you think this video was worth your time, and yeah, if you like to help me out. And also, if you think that someone will like to know how to say yes in Portuguese in a more native-like way, then share this video with them. And I thank you a lot. Obrigada. And I hope to see you soon in another video, and I send you a big kiss. Beijinho! Mwah.